Would you forgive your friend if they did this to you?
You're aware he broke up with me literally less than 2 weeks ago. I am f***ing distraught. I am distraught. I've loved that man. I've loved that man for a year and had a life with that man for a year, and you've swooped in for 2 weeks.
I don't get it. There are maybe 2 valid reasons to justify this heinous crime. The main reason that can excuse this level of betrayal is... What's going on, y'all? It's your girl Kaelyn Ryan, and I'm back again with another video. For those of you who are new to the channel, once again, my name is Kaelyn Ryan, and I am a broadcast journalist who is obsessed and in love with Jesus Christ. That's just what it is. Before I get into the topic for today's video, I have to make a few announcements. First off, I need to shout out OGCLA.com. OGCLA is a clothing brand that I have been the brand ambassador for some time now. I love the clothes. I look good. You're gonna look even better if you've watched my videos. You've seen me shout them out before. And thank you to those that have been using the discount code that I attached down below. Please use code OGCK at checkout and code Friday on Fridays while you are checking out to redeem at your purchase, and you'll get discounts. It's simple as that. Don't miss out on these opportunities. Again, that's OGCLA.com. If you have not watched my coverage for the SoFi all-white party, please do so right here. Your girl was contracted to get the scoop, get the coverage, be all hands on deck, get the interviews, the recap. It was a spectacular event. I can't wait for next year's. I'm gonna be there interviewing once again. And if you're interested in how all this came about, you can look at this vlog right here where I capture my whole journey, all my mistakes, all the wins, and just the process it takes to get a story together. I also posted this video right here being pretty vulnerable about why I've been single for the past 4 years. Okay, yeah. So that's pretty much that. The video speaks for itself. If you're interested, check this out. It'll be linked below as well. Lastly, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It means a lot to me. My channel is growing. Thank you to all my new subscribers. Thank you to all my returning subscribers. I will be at 1,000 subscribers minimum before the end of this year. It just is what it is, and I thank you, Lord, in advance. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Guys, let's get into this video, this heartbreaking moment that I saw on my timeline about 2 months ago, and I saved it. I've gone through a lot of topics on my channel, but I've yet to talk about this because I kept forgetting, but I don't want to forget no more. Let's talk about it today. Let's watch it together.
You're aware he broke up with me literally less than 2 weeks ago. What you're doing to me is so f***ing wrong. I have never, ever been so f***ing disappointed in a friend that they could actually do this to me. I am distraught. I am distraught. I've loved that man. I've loved that man for a year and had a life with that man for a year, and you've swooped in for 2 weeks. And listen, no, you're bad. You're wrong.
I'm not saying I'm not wrong. I know I'm wrong.
So don't do it. So what else is there? You've gone the full way. Your silence said it all, and you are so wrong for that as a friend to do that to me.
I am so sorry. We're just going with the flow and just seeing what happens. Like, yeah, we're sleeping together and we're just going with the flow. Like, I've not done this to spite you in any way. And I don't know what the future holds. I don't know. I've gone with my heart, H. I've gone with my heart. And I don't know what's gonna happen next.
You clearly don't care.
I do care.
Clearly don't care.
No, but I do care.
You clearly don't care.
Of course I've cared about you. We were good friends.
You was my best friend.
That was the truth of it.
You knew how much I loved him.
I hate seeing you like this, and to know that I've caused it makes like it's not nice. From my heart, I am so sorry for what's happened.
You should never have done it. You should never have done this to me.
We see how brokenhearted the friend is. I had a future with this person, and you've literally swooped in. You've swooped in, and now this is supposed to be your man. I'm supposed to just accept this with a sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen. This wasn't the plan. Well, it wasn't not the plan either. Like, you know what I'm saying? People say the phrase, the heart wants what the heart wants. But the Bible says that the heart is deceptive and it can be misleading, and to not be led by your emotions and your heart. So again, another moment in time where you have to challenge what culture says against what Christ says, and your feelings are misleading. You are not to go off of this. That's why there's so much turmoil going on today, is because people are going based off of what makes them happy. This is what suits me. This is what makes me feel alive. This is what, okay, you don't even look like you're enjoying yourself because you're chasing what you think is right at the moment, which is a fleeting feeling, which you'll never, you can't make decisions in that type of space. So one or two things, like, either this friend always wanted their friend's spouse this whole entire time. You know what I mean? What the heck? Or two, maybe benefit of the doubt. Maybe they never considered them as an option. They never were cute. They were never even involved. They didn't even care. And then once they broke up, they saw them at a party and something connected for them then. Both are still wrong though. I'm sitting in your face crying about a topic, about a person. Let's just give even more grace. Let's just really say the friend didn't know how serious this was getting. You just didn't seem to see the engagement ring. You didn't seem to see the house he bought me. You didn't seem to see the vision board in my house with pictures of us and all the states and countries we traveled. You didn't see any of that. You didn't. Hey. But now that we're talking about it, and you see I'm moved to tears and that this is gut-wrenching, are you willing to hear me out and not continue on? Oh, you're not. So you hate me. You're going to continue. Oh, you guys are getting married next June. Oh, I'm not invited. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. You can't justify crazy. I'll never get it. I just won't ever get it. Maybe because my faith is in God and what's for me is for me. So yeah, I don't see God giving me my husband by way of such a messy situation. God knows the people that he's ordained to be in my life are the people that I've willingly allowed into my life. You feel me? Like, there's no way that my best friend is dating a guy and I feel that should be my husband. I mean, my mind doesn't even get there because I'm not thinking about him like that. And yeah, there may be some commonalities. I mean, he's dating my best friend, and me and her should be so much alike. So the fact that he shares things in common with me is only because he chose something which is her, which is something that we all share in common. Like, let's not romanticize things. It's really dangerous when someone is so desperate for love, so desperate to feel something, that they don't care. They don't care. They don't care what level or position the person held in your life, because they have a need and this makes them feel good in the moment. Or it really don't, and it's more about them just wanting to have a piece of something that they feel like you had, on a whole nother level of like psychotic. You know what I mean? I don't know, child. Any dude nah. There were dudes in high school where, mind you, I'm very much an uninterested type of girl. I talk to who I talk to. If you knew that I talked to you, we talked. But there were other guys that, even if, let's just say, they were an option, my friend would be sitting at the table talking about the guy. Whole time the guy's been trying me for weeks, but then they say at the table, oh my gosh, I really think such and such is so cute. I just really would love for him to ask me to this dance, or I can't wait for me to try and get his number at the end of lunch tomorrow. Well, there it is. It's just dead now. And that happened quite a bit. And the guy would try it with me at some point. And a lot of the times I flat out would say, no, yeah, my friend likes you. So did they like that answer? No. Was it the truth? Yes. And other times to just spare the friendship, to spare like saying and having to explain myself, I would just always, man, you good, you just playing, you don't want me, and just keep pushing it off, because it's like, nah, it's just not an option. It's just not an option. But there's so many people in the world that if I feel like I need to go to bat for you, the one my friend loves, then I have issues, and I don't love my friend, and I probably don't love myself if I'm doing stuff like this to people that I love. Okay. Yeah, so this is really sad, guys. Would you forgive your friend for this? Could you get past this? It even looks as if the friend found out. Like, it wasn't like he expressed, hey, this is what's going on. It's like he discovered it. You're only owning it because I confronted you. Like, some could say, okay, you have not even brought up the ex. The ex is the one in the wrong with you. Yes, but the ex isn't the one that grew up with you. The ex isn't the one that played in the sandbox. The ex isn't the one that was at your family dinners with your parents, having deep discussions, being invited on family trips. The ex isn't the one that was the shoulder that you cried on in 7th grade. It was your best friend. It was your friend. So, yeah, the ex is wrong for going from a friend to another friend. Sure. But my beef is more with the person that claimed they loved me long before this person came into my life. Pretty much. You shouldn't put your friend in that position. You just shouldn't. Because if the shoe was on the other foot, you'd probably lose it. Stop hurting your friends and then calling them sensitive when they don't get past it. When if the shoe was on the other foot, you wouldn't like that. Yeah, I just think it's a heart posture. I don't know. The only way that this heinous act could be understood or forgiven at some point is if you heard from the Lord that this is your husband. It's been confirmed 17 million times by signs, prophets, dreams, family, whatever religious beliefs you have, whatever confirmation you get from whoever you serve, you got confirmation, and you're sitting there like, dang, I know that's my friend's ex, but I feel deep down this is my spouse. That's still crazy, but the only way I can see that being the case is if that truly is supposed to be your spouse and your friend just started talking to him immediately. Like, y'all didn't even get to run into each other, yet he always thought you were cute. He didn't speak up enough. So all of a sudden the friend started pushing up on him, and you're sitting there, and now they look like an item, and he just kind of goes with it, or she just kind of goes with it, because it's like, oh, well, you know, this friend isn't that bad, let's just see. But the whole time their eyes were on you, and they always wanted you, but they felt weird to approach because the friend laid it on so thick, I guess. And they've been hearing from God that you're supposed to be their wife, and you've been hearing from God that that's supposed to be your husband. But your friend kind of just like threw herself at this guy and is kind of forcing this connection. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. I think you are. I don't know. But even then, that's still tough. But if your friend is a believer and believes in God and believes in God's purpose and plan for their life, he or she, then they'll pray and they'll ask the Lord, my friend talking about they think that my dude or my ex is supposed to be there, whatever. Am I tripping? Then the Lord gives them an epiphany. In the middle of their dreams, they see the Lord say, release that man. He's not yours. They wake up and they like, yeah, girl, you so right. Hope y'all are good. I love y'all, and I can't wait to see it flourish. Let me know what y'all need from me, and if you need any help planning the date, the proposal, this, to that, because they heard from God. But when you're just chasing your feelings and going off of that, I don't think you're going to come to that same conclusion. But if you're asking God the truth, Lord, is this mine? Yes or no? And you hear no, free your friend from the guilt, because they've been hearing from God and you just kind of hopped on something that wasn't supposed to be for you because your husband is around the corner, but you just kind of hopped on this one because it looked pretty good, but this pretty good was for pretty her. It wasn't for pretty you. Your pretty good situation is on the way. That's why it pays to have friends that love the Lord as well, because the great equalizer when we're both confused or going through it or not understanding each other is going back to God, because he will tell me about myself and he will tell my friend about herself or himself, and we'll come back together with an understanding because we know the Lord spoke to both of us. You simply cannot be that friend that sleeps with everybody, that calls dibs on everyone that walks in the room, that goes out with 16 men a year, that fantasizes about the men and therefore claims them in their head, which then causes the other friends to not be able to explore relationships and opportunities because you've kissed each one. Just because you're marking your territory like a dog does on every fire hydrant doesn't mean that it was substantial, doesn't mean that there was substance there, doesn't mean that it really mattered. Just because you think that this is your way to divide and conquer doesn't mean you can then weaponize that and then tell your friends, oh no, you can't deal with him, or him, because we all had a thing. And yeah, 2 of them only really meant something, but the other 8, I technically text them once or twice throughout the week. So that's considered mine, consider somebody in my past, and you can't deal with them. It's real shady if you deal with them. That's not cool. That's one, just really tacky on your part, just being all out there like that. But 2, if you know that you're the type to date in this way and you just like to be out there, you need to then understand that with that comes a lot of stuff. Your friends will at some point run into one of the 47 men that you've claimed and may think that he's a good guy, and you can't call dibs. You have too many. It's just too much. I hope you get what I'm saying. You just can't do that. It's just not fair. If you're the type that is very intentional and takes their time with things, and the few in your past, the 4 people in your past really mattered to you, you had real connection, you went through some things, there was trauma, or there were a lot of triumphs, you thought that was the one. If those 4 people carry that level of weight in your past, I don't see a world where it makes sense for your friend to be with them. Your friend has to be okay with the idea that they'll never discover was there anything there because that was your ex-fiance and there's nothing to explore. Or they need to be okay with deading this friendship and exploring that, also knowing that there's ramifications and judgment attached to it by certain parties involved. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is really, really sad because unfortunately, I think this happens pretty often, where a friend will be with someone for some time, and then once they break up with the person that they saw a future with, a quote unquote friend shortly after ends up swooping in and deciding it didn't work for you, but it could work for me. What? Disclaimer: nobody that my friends have talked to with conviction, have cared about, have really put on a pedestal, have ever been an option for me. Secondly, if or when those same men that have held positions in my friends' hearts have tried it with me before or after my friend and their situation came to a close, it still was never an option for me. If my friend thought he was cute at a party one night and whoop-de-whoop, and she's like, girl, you know I didn't really like bro like that. You could talk to him. Like, it was nothing. Yeah, we had a summer, but it's nothing. Talk to him. You can tell when your friend's being serious. But you can also tell when it's like, oh yeah, girl, I think I might want to talk to such and such. And then your friends and they're like, okay. Like, come on, man. The world is so big. The world is so big. Why are you in my storybook? There's a whole library. You choose my book. You turn to my chapter. You pick this page. And you decide to take out this character from my storyline. I'm not infiltrating yours. Because if I did, you feel me? Let's not do that. Let's let each other be independent authors of our stories with our own unique characters and storylines. And I believe good friendship isn't bringing up all the men that your friend may have been dealing with that have tried to do a crossover episode like Jimmy Neutron and Timmy Turner. Like, we're not doing crossover episodes. There is no man, so me and your best friend whoop-de-whoop, but There is none. There is no collab Hannah Montana, That's So Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. There is no mashup episode. You don't mash this up. You don't mash up relationships. You just don't do it. I feel like that speaks volumes to a person. You either A, don't care about me and don't love me like I thought you did, or B, you're that reckless with your decisions that you're not even taking into account the gravity of the decision that you're making that would jeopardize not only our friendship, but how other people view you. Or 3, you're that desperate for love that you're willing to get it anywhere, even if that means we're no longer friends. All 3 are signs that I won't even say I'll die on this hill, because I'm not dying, okay, until it's my time. But I'll build a house on this hill forever. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Let's not justify betrayal with, you're just being too sensitive. You don't even talk to him anymore. Okay. So that about wraps up this video, guys. Let me know in the comments your thoughts. Is this unforgivable? Was this premeditated? Did the friends seem sincere? Did they even seem really sad about being caught? Or are they kind of looking like, let's get this conversation over with because I got a date with your ex and it just is what it is. Have you been the person to take someone's spouse? Are you that friend? If you somehow found this video and you're the person I've been talking about this whole time, it's a free world. Please comment below what led you to that. How you felt about it. Are you and your friends still cool? Are you still with that person that you jeopardized your friendship for? Let me know. Let me know. You know what I mean? Maybe you have a reason. You may be the victim. Who am I to know? You know, who am I to judge? Don't forget to shop ogcla.com once again and use code OGCK and Friday on Fridays at checkout. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your girl will be at 1,000 subscribers minimum before the end of the year. Join me on this journey. Why not? I've been your girl, Kaelyn Ryan, and I'll see you guys next time.